Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haider Ali Samar. Today, my topic of discussion is application of graph theory in network analysis. This is our table of content. In this presentation, I will first give a short introduction of what is graph theory. Then we take a look at some ideas, basic ideas, and after then we will talk about graph theory where used, where applied. Then I will explain some important algorithms. Then we moving next toward a system design and proposed in paper. Then we also show some see how a graph are shown virtualized, and then we moving toward our ending point, conclusion, and future works. First, we move toward introduction of graph theory. Uh, Graph theory is a part of math that deal with a graphs. Basically, graph theory is a branch of mathematics deal with the study of graphs. Graph is made up of points called nodes and lines between them called edges. These graphs can be used to show a relationship between like friend and on a Facebook, road between cities, and link between web pages, etc. Using graph theory help us to study and understand the relationship easily. It is widely used network for a biological, and infrastructure system. So this is a basic introduction. Then we're moving toward basics of graph. There are in basics of graph. Now we look at the basic of graph. A node vertex is a point like a person, city, or a computer is basically a point. Edge is a line between two nodes. Edges represent the relationship or interaction. It is basically a line between two. And types like graphs are directed, undirected. Different type of graphs. Some graphs have direction. These are called directed graphs. And some graphs have numbers on their edges like distance. Those are called weighted graph. We can show a graph in a different way, like using table called adjacency matrix or a list of connection called adjacency list. Representations are these are a basis of graphs. Now moving toward next application of graph theory. These are different application of graph theory in which we social network, transportation, biological network, and communication network. Graph theory is mainly a real life area in social media. It helps to find an influencer or suggestion friend. In traffic system, it helps to find us a best route. That like there is a written in a route planning, traffic modeling, etc. In biological aspect, it helps show how protein and genes are connected. Different connection way. In computer network communication, it helps to make a network strong and avoid failures. So this is the basics applications of graph theories of some which. Now we have heading toward our key algorithms. Key algorithm there is a BFS, DFS, Digesta, Bellman-Ford, minimum spanning tree, and communication detection. So there is a first breadth first search and deep first search help us to go through all part of graph. It graph traversal component detection. It move us to help to search in all part of graph. One is a way of breadth first go down and then and second is a depth first. So these are two. Then Digesta and Belford algorithm help us to find a shortest path between 2 points like Google Map, shortest path between two maps. There is a use of digestive or Bellman-Ford algorithm like these algorithms. Then minimum spanning tree is like Kruskal or Pring algorithm how to build a cost network like connecting cities a least total road length with a least total road length like this type and communication detection help us to find a group or clusters in a network like a group of friend or topic, etc. Now moving toward proposed architecture in our paper. The paper gave us these following things in which we structure framework, data representation, algorithm, practical implementation, virtualization, integration, and evaluation strategy. Now, first we will discuss side by side one. structure. The paper gives us a system that start with a tuning data into a graph, like using a list of matrices. They are using a tuning graph. Then, then it use a Python and tool called NetworkX to apply a graph algorithm. We calculate things like which node is the most important and which path is the shortest. So these like a shortest path by centrally clustering, shortest path prediction, links, etc. Practical implementation give us a step-by-step example like Python network for computer-centric measures. Virtualization. This system also include a graph picture so we can understand them better. It use a diagram with a circles of for nodes and a lines for the edges, and it can help to handle a large data using a tool like called a purchase spark. And to test the system, it check how fast it will work, how much memory it will use, and how correct the result are predicted or measured. So that for some suggestion like runtime, memory use, accuracies, etc. to measure the accuracies. Now moving to a virtualization of network analysis. Uh, there are some common methods like node link diagram and matrix representations enhance our understanding of graphic structures. Graphs are easy to understand when we can see them. When we see them, then they are easy to understand. We use graph where the circles are point and lines are connected. Some use of table, we use of table or heat maps. These virtual tools help us to guide graphs better and find patterns. So this way it enable interactive exploration and filtering. Moving toward our conclusion, in this summary, graph is used to a useful tool to study different kind of networks. It helps us to analyze and solve problem in a social media, transport, communication, and more. Graph algorithm and usual tool make it easier to understand complex systems. The main role will continue to grow with the complexity of the network systems. Future work. A future in the future, we can build a system that will work with a live data like traffic update, social media changes. We can also use a machine learning with a graph theory to predict a fraud and detect problem earlier. Uh, Etc. We graph theory can also help in a new areas like studying brain activity, weather systems, and disease predictions. So these are the reference of our paper which we presented in this presentation uh, of reference. Okay, thanks. Allah Hafiz.